you're enjoying this show, don't forget to support us. Hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more. Your star ratings and reviews help others discover our podcast. So take a moment to share your thoughts. We appreciate you, and let's keep the conversation going. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to ADHP. That's Attention Deficit Hyperactive Politics. Will you please welcome your hosts, Doug, Todd, and Brandon.
Yay!
Edition of the Attention Deficit Hyperactive Politics. We are recording live on December 21st, 2025, 4 days from Christmas. I'm Doug. I'm here as always with Todd and Brandon. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Here.
Present?
Yeah, present. It's been a long couple of weeks. I made a lot of mistakes last few weeks, but I'm okay.
Speaking of the Christmas holiday, you're just present.
Yeah.
So, speaking of mistakes, we got a lot of Epstein File coverage this week.
Yeah.
The Epstein Files were sort of released, would you say?
Released in the same way that, it looks like 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's nothing but a bunch of black fucking squares.
I think I heard
on beaches.
I think I heard the funniest thing in regards to that. I saw a clip from last night's SNL, the weekend update. They said that the Epstein files were mostly complete, and Michael T says, I think it's because they ran out of black ink. Because it shows a photo of like all the redacted files.
Dude,
there are literally several. I don't know how many pages did they release? Well,
Thousands.
We might get into that.
Thousands.
Yeah. And there are hundreds of pages that are just all black lines.
Nothing. Yeah. Oh, but the Justice Department actually did say that they had to protect any politically vulnerable people.
Right, and we'll probably get to that in one of the several stories that we grabbed. But yeah, they mentioned specifically that they were given the same level of identity protection as the victims.
Yeah. So basically, we'll talk about this more, I'm sure, but I did notice that the only thing they wanted to release was all the only left-wing people.
And you know what's crazy is they referenced politically exposed people.
Yeah.
So what that means is people in positions where this information could be used to get them to do things. And in that case, get the fucking news out, because right now somebody is holding that information over these people.
Yep.
If you put that news out there, it loses its power. Like unless it's literally a harm to an ongoing matter, which is a part of an investigation, right? Like it should go out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I can't look at that.
Oh. I was going to say something else too, but now I forgot. I distracted myself.
Meanwhile,
yeah, back at the podcast. Have you guys done any Christmas shopping?
I not really. I'm really broke. My gift to my family this year is I'm going to be making everybody the appetizers for Christmas dinner. So I'm going to do fondue with a bunch of little dipper things, and I think some snow crab.
Oh, so you're giving people a bunch of shit the next day.
What? some seafood to loosen them up, and some cheese to bind them. It's like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I got some things, but I got myself some things because I wasn't planning on visiting anybody this year. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to anybody's house for Christmas. I'm going to go ahead and get myself something cool for Christmas.
There you go.
So I did.
I did get myself a couple games for Christmas because same as you, I'm probably not going to get any gifts. So I got myself a couple games this time.
Yeah. My older son is getting a loft bed with a desk that goes underneath it.
Oh, I always thought those were cool. I always thought those were cool.
Yeah. And then I got him the gaming chair to go with it.
Oh, nice.
My parents always used to buy me bunk beds, and eventually that's what I would do. I'd sleep up top and turn the lower area into like a fucking hangout thing.
I think this comes with a desk for the lower level.
Either
that or my wife bought one.
That would have been cooler. I always turned it like a little book nook / like gaming area.
Yeah, we've made him such a cool little gaming den. The only problem is he never wants to come out or do anything else.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that might have been me when I was younger. Oh my god.
It's you guys are probably too young to remember Different Strokes, but in that show,
What are you talking about, Willis?
the two boys, they had this really cool bunk bed that was not a normal bunk bed, and I always thought that was neat. And then like 30 years later, someone took kind of that idea and turned the bottom bunk into a desk. I was like, that's even cooler. I don't know why I never thought of that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend had something like that, and I was always like, "Oh, that would be so cool." But I've always been too big to be a top bunk guy.
Oh,
And getting up and down the ladder is just too much of a hassle.
no.
Terrified to go up thinking you might fall and hurt yourself. Yeah. I was a skinny kid, and I didn't like going up at top unless I had like a sturdy.
Yeah, my only
ladder.
memories in my life of being skinny are like from the first grade, and then like I somehow woke up in the second grade, all of a sudden just suddenly fat kid.
You went from being Will Wheaton to Jerry O'Connell.
Unfortunately, as when we're talking about them both as kids, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been the same weight since I was 18. Actually, I weigh less now than I was when I was 18.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know,
You start taking that testosterone stuff.
dude.
Get a little GHD.
I was. My mom thought I was malnourished a lot of the time because I was so thin. I was skinny till I was about 35, and that's right around when I got a car. Stopped walking everywhere.
Oh, wow. See, like, I would have been fine being fat now if I was skinny for, like, the first 35 years. I'd be like, oh, cool, I got to live that life. Now I'm retired.
I wish I could gain weight, so shut the fuck up. You know it's just as bad when you can't gain weight, right? It's awful.
That's terrible.
Oh.
That's terrible, Brandon.
It is.
Just eat whatever you want. You can't put on any pounds.
It sucks to be able to eat anything and not gain weight. Oh, my God, that is so rough.
Yeah, yesterday I ate like a pound and a half of crab dipped in butter. It was great.
Oh,
if I look at a stick of butter, I gain 5 pounds.
if I look at it, yeah. Same.
To be fair, if I see a stick of butter, I do grab it, deep fry it, and just start chowing down.
I was about to say you eat that thing like a fucking banana, just like peel it and like.
Yeah, I should probably eat real fruit instead of just fruit snacks.
Ooh, but fruit snacks are delicious. You remember the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks?
I have had those. My go-to are the Welch's.
Welch's are good too, but if you could get the old fruit snacks, the white ones, those are so good.
I keep chasing the dragon of like the childhood '90s fruit snacks.
I know.
I don't think you can. Like, it's probably not legally allowed to make those anymore.
I know.
There was something about the gelatin they used that was just the texture and flavor was just. It's something that they don't make anymore.
I know for a fact it's probably dangerous. I'm sure that they're gonna be like, yeah, like if it causes like childhood like herpes or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, they've lowered the amount of plastic that's allowed to be in them now, so they don't taste as good.
Somebody clip that, please. Oh my God. Childhood herpes. It's what he said.
Hey, that's a real thing.
Is it really? Oh my God.
I mean, technically, herpes is just a
like if you've ever had a cold sore.
Yeah, cold sore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's face herpes.
Thank God I've never had that.
I don't think I've ever had one. I've had ingrown hairs on my face, but that's not the same.
Don't think about cold sores. I get canker sores all the time.
That is a cold sore, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, canker. No.
I thought that was just a different name for it.
No, canker sores can be caused by a lot of things. Typically, I'll bite my lip or my side or something, and it'll kind of like. Yeah, it can be caused by them, I think, but I'll just got it like if a tooth rubbing at the side of my gum or something.
Yeah, one time when I stopped going to the dentist was my dentist retired, and this Eastern European woman took over his practice, and like the first time she sees me, she's like, "Do you have herpes?" I was like, "No." What kind of question? Like, this is your bedside manners? Like your introductory question is, "Do you have herpes?" I was like, "No."
She's asking if you have a hairpiece.
But I did have like a zit right above my lip, like kind of into my lip. And she's like, as she's like working on me, she's like, what is this? What is this? I was like, it's a zip. A zit? She's like, sure it is. I was like, what the hell? This
Yeah,
is
that's
the
not
most
okay. That's not
accusatory
that's
dental
not how
thing that I've ever been to.
that's not how
Just
you're
give me my
supposed to
hydrocodone and get me out of here. Come on.
do it. I just want my drugs.
So yeah, I did not go back to her, and subsequently have not been back to the dentist in 15 years.
Well,
Oh,
when I
man.
was a baby, I used to get real bad mouth ulcers, I guess, like all over my mouth. So I might have some kind of herpes simplex complex, whatever, from like my mom or dad. I'm adopted. I don't know.
Well, good thing you never kiss anybody.
Damn straight.
And your sister doesn't count.
That being said, my cat's really itchy. I'm just
This has gone from gross to worse.
yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of conversation I used to have when I used to be a part of Jamal's podcast. We would de-evolve into like talking about shit stains and farts and all kinds of stuff.
Well, speaking of going from gross to worse, how about those Epstein files?
Right?
So, I'm going to go to a BBC article, and not what BBC normally means in the terms of Epstein, but
All
who
right.
and what
All
are in
right.
the Epstein files. So this is from Crystal Hayes at the BBC. The U.S. Justice Department has released an initial tranche of documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. The documents, which include photos, videos, and investigative documents, were highly anticipated. However, Democrats and some Republicans accused the DOJ of violating its legal obligations after it said it would not be able to release all of the documents by the deadline, which was yesterday, Friday. Many details in the thousands of files have also been heavily redacted, as we discussed. So on Saturday, at least 13 files were removed from the DOJ website. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, a tranche from Blanche, later said it was done to protect victims' privacy. A number of famous faces are included in the first batch of files, including U.S. President Bill Clinton, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew, and musicians Mick Jagger and Michael Jackson. So being
Neither of
named
them
or
surprised
pictured in
me.
the files, sorry, go ahead.
Neither of them surprised me. Didn't Mick Jagger get in a fight with David Bowie about a 16-year-old girl one time?
Well, they would have been fighting over the girl, but yeah.
But
maybe.
yeah, basically wasn't there a big thing? I believe that there was a big public feud they had over a woman, and the girl was like 15 or 16.
Yeah, I
guess
think it may have even been that Penny Lane character that gets immortalized in
like I want to say Mick brought this girl to like a food video shoot, and then fucking like David Bowie stole like it's just fucking gross. It doesn't surprise
Now
me.
what they do say here is that being named or pictured in the files is not an indication of wrongdoing. Many of those identified in the files or in previous releases related to Epstein have denied any wrongdoing. Well, that doesn't mean much.
No shit. Yeah. Let me know when one of them admits something. Oh wait.
Several images include President Bill Clinton, which is probably a Republican tactic to include him as much as possible.
Oh yeah. Did you look at the pictures?
I'm seeing some of them right now. One of them, he's in a pool with Ghislaine and a blacked out person. And by blacked out, I mean a black square over their face.
Yeah,
I have no idea about the alcohol content.
They were blacked out of the pool.
Did you ever hear about the time I got kicked out of the flamingo pool for blacking out?
I shouldn't laugh at
True
that.
story. I'll tell it to you another time.
I was afraid to say, I'm like, is this a bit? Is this a real
It's
story?
a true story. I do also have a bit kind of about it, but it is a true story. But yeah, Clinton was photographed several times over the 90s and early 2000s. The spokesperson for Clinton commented on the new photos, saying they were decades old. Well, okay. I mean, if they're incriminating, I don't care how old they are. But the Clinton spokesperson says they're in a group of people that knew nothing and cut Epstein off once his crimes came to light, or perhaps even actually they say before his crimes came to light. Which, why would you cut Epstein off before his crimes came to light unless you knew something?
I mean, I think a lot of people knew something, but we can't prove that yet. I'm hoping that the files will show who knew, but we don't know how much people knew. I think most people did know. I think the fact that people have so many stories about how he liked younger women ahead of time, it was a very public secret, I think, amongst the billionaires. and mailing.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was like in terms of public knowledge, but you got to think that. I mean, I'm sure early on there was some, because he was organizing these charity things and he was like ingratiating himself to people who had no idea what was going on, and then he could use that as blackmail, I guess.
Yeah,
But
well, he also just had a legit business besides that. Like, there are people who he probably went to the island that he was just doing regular, legitimate, entrepreneur shit kind of business with. That
because you
there
kind of have
was,
to launder your reputation.
yeah,
To get
exactly.
away
He had
with
to
this.
bring people probably around him that he did not ply that part of himself with, so that
It's sort of like Michael Jackson with Macaulay Culkin, where he didn't do anything with Macaulay Culkin, so you can have Macaulay Culkin out here saying Michael Jackson doesn't do anything bad.
yeah, exactly. It's laundering all the other stuff he does.
Speaking of
Yeah.
MJ, did you guys see the photo that was released saying that was part of the Epstein Files, and it shows Clinton, Michael Jackson,
yes.
and I think
Diana Ross.
it's Diana Ross. And someone says, "Relax, everyone. Those are Michael's kids. That's why they're blacked out. That's why. That's why they're covered up."
Yeah, they blacked out the faces of the children in the photo, and it turns out that photo is from some charity event in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with the Epstein Files
At all.
But
yeah.
It was actually a framed photo that somebody had, and they took the frame off of it and just took a photo of the plain photo and inserted it into the files.
Oh wow! They actually inserted it into the actual files.
Well, like I think maybe it was a framed photo that Epstein had or something.
Oh, right, okay.
And they like unframed it and blacked out the children's faces and made it seem like oh, these are victims they're blacking out, but it was just Jackson's children.
Yeah.
And the photo has absolutely nothing to do with the crimes at the property.
Yeah, it's just he happened. I mean, he was rubbing shoulders with these guys because they were at the same
event.
The same event in DC.
Same event. Yeah, exactly. It's not not that he was there at that. I mean, here's the thing. I don't think MJ is not a pedophile. I'm gonna just go record and say that the guy was a straight up pedo.
It seemed like it.
Here's the thing. I think he's one of those people. He's so legendary. People will do whatever they can to try to deny it, but it's just
Same can be said for people that are making him look out to be a pedo too.
Well, no. Look, would you let your kid
But
go stay at
the victims, though, the victims have put themselves through hell just to say this, and they're not getting rich.
Yeah. So
yeah, like I said, the thing with MJ is, like I said, would you let your kid go stay at some adult's house?
Not without me.
Yeah,
no.
Overnight, alone,
right.
without
the whole thing
without
was wrong.
supervision. Like, that's just right there. And I ain't never mean an MJ fan will ask them that, and there was like, you guys always ask that, and I don't know. It's like, yes, you do. You would not, because that's crazy.
Right. Yeah. There's just there's so much smoke, and there's really there. I mean, the only reason I don't say that there's fire is because we don't have like video or photographical evidence of it or whatever. But it seems to be, yeah.
He gave them wine. In any other situation, something like that would be in prison.
Yeah. Like I mean, he's just been protected because he was a cash cow for so many people.
Oh yeah, and just like a worshipped as as a living god. I mean, I to be honest with you, I think MJ's music's kind of okay. I do not get the level of obsession that people had with him. Like,
I liked his music when I was in middle school, and I still like some of his music, but it's not like something I go out of my way to listen to.
Yeah, I really don't know why people thought he was that fucking amazing. He was just.
I mean, he was an extremely talented singer and dancer.
Yeah,
I think it had a lot with those people like grew up with him as the little Michael. And so when he like had an adult career, it's kind of like everybody wanted to like it too. And then he is very talented. He works really hard. He worked himself to.
Oh, he was an amazing dancer. One of the best dancers probably of all time.
But yeah, and I also think it's just the music industry, especially back then when there was no way to really be much of an independent artist.
That's true. They would find their golden child on the cash cow, and they
turned into Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
it was up to them who actually made it. Really.
Yeah, I mean the Beatles got the same treatment. It's
exactly.
Elvis,
And ever since the advent of like YouTube and stuff, where you can start your own music career and do all that, that's gone by the ways. And if you notice that Weird Al talks about this too, there's not really true what you consider mainstream music anymore. There are popular songs, but
yeah, I mean, there's still a top 40, and the top 40 at any one time is kind of similar, and you could call that mainstream pop, I guess. But it changes.
But everything is so compartmentalized, and everybody listens to like their specific type of music. Weird Al literally says that's why he doesn't do parodies anymore. He's like, because it's really hard to nail down what he says. That's why he stepped away from doing a lot of parodies. He still does them, but for the most part, he says he doesn't do them much because he can't. It's so hard now to keep your finger on the pulse of what enough people will recognize as a song, as like a parody. Because everybody,
I do feel like there's still some obvious choices, like. You get like still, Hot to Go.
Which is why he still does some, but he is way backed off.
Yeah, I also figure he's probably getting near.
He's also been doing a lot of touring lately too, so he may be working on more stuff. You never know, because he does a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff live that he doesn't do on he hasn't had on a record. So
I've actually seen Weird Al like 6 times live. But no, I literally saw an interview the other day with him talking about this exact thing, why people wasn't why doesn't do as many parodies, and he says exactly that. He's like, because it's harder with the advent of the internet. And without there being the same 8 songs being played on the radio over and over and over ad nauseum like it was back when we were kids, it's just different. The entire music industry just feels different.
He could just go about whatever is like gone viral on TikTok and Reels.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a way for him to do it, but it's kind of like he's an old man. He had his way of figuring it out, and that's not in his wheelhouse anymore. The way that he would have to do. Like it is what it is. It's I get what Brendan's saying for sure.
Like I hear about a lot of popular people, like singers and bands, and I couldn't tell you a song like Chappell Roan. I don't think I fucking know a Chappell Roan song. Fucking
Pink Pony Club is the only one I'm aware of.
Yeah, I know the name
of that song.
I know the name of the song. I've never heard it. I don't think.
I didn't appreciate the song until I heard the Rick Astley cover of it.
Oh, no way!
I thought I was clicking on a Rickroll. I 100% thought I was clicking on a Rickroll, and I was like, "Oh, this is really good," and it made me appreciate the song in a way I hadn't before. But so yeah, if you want to look up Rick Astley, Pink Pony Club, it's just him and a guitar.
Amazing.
That is amazing, actually. I like that. I love Rick Astley.
I love it when I hear a cover of a song that I wouldn't normally have ever heard because of the style of music it is.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
In fact,
that's one of my favorite things for like Pop Goes Punk. That's what I liked about that.
That's essentially why I loved Weird Al so much.
I love those albums.
I got introduced to so much music with Weird Al because he did parodies and because he did the polka medley of all these other songs. And I was like, oh, I have to find this song now,
His story is so great. Like his parents wanted him to learn an instrument, and it was either guitar or accordion, and accordion's way cheaper, and that's how all that got started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, my parents thought it would make me much more popular than the guys who play guitar back in the 60s and 70s.
Well, it literally did because he's a multimillionaire.
I mean, he was called Weird Al for a reason.
Yeah. I love that he's from Linwood, California, which is also like known for being like a place where like a lot of hip hop artists, like West Coast hip hop.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the Central District? Isn't that like?
Yeah.
I want to say, what was his first? Was it Eat It? Was that his first big hit?
That was his first commercial success, I think. But his first big hit was My Bologna.
My Bologna.
That's right. My Bologna. He actually shot that. He recorded that in the
bathroom. Yeah.
At Cal Poly or wherever.
Yeah, the bathroom for the radio studio. Yeah.
Could you imagine like walking in to take a shit, hearing that, and just like slowly backing out?
I mean, because we're talking about this, I don't know if you guys heard, but Dr. Demento actually recently retired. His show is no longer being done.
I didn't even know he was still going.
Did you post about that? Because I feel like you may have posted it about that.
I think I shared it when it happened, but yeah, he's like in his 80s now, and he's like.
I didn't know he was still going. I thought he quit a long time ago.
I would have guessed he had, but I remember him coming up recently, and I was being like, oh shit.
What just happened?
I know he was Weird Al's fucking like basically the guy who like tagged him in.
Yeah, he's
Like,
where
he-
Weird Al submitted his tapes
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, that's how he became famous, is because of the Dr. Demento show.
Yeah.
Dr. D was doing. I think he stopped doing radio like a few years back, but he was doing like a podcast where he would like do all the songs and stuff and then post them online. He may have still been doing radio. I mean, terrestrial rather, but I know he was doing an online thing for a while, for like the last decade at least.
That's
Yeah, it seems like most radio shows have gone online just to survive in this.
Yeah, I
modern
mean,
world.
well, terrestrial radio is dying, and it's stepping away from any kind of talking based shows. They do exist in like say morning show format, but above and by far, people tune into terrestrial radio just to hear music. They don't want to hear people talk.
I don't know. The last time I listened to terrestrial radio on a regular basis, I was listening to the Men's Room on KSW.
But that's also a morning show, like I said. That's
No,
different.
it's not. It's an
Oh,
afternoon
no, that's,
show.
It's an
no,
afternoon
that's,
show.
that's a drive show. But yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean-
That's it. There are exceptions to the rule, but overall, there's a
Yeah.
drop.
I mean, for me, the only time I'm listening to terrestrial radio is if I'm listening to sports, like sports talk or a sports game.
Yeah.
If I listen to music, I'm gonna I have satellite radio, so I'm either gonna put it on satellite radio or I'm gonna put it on my own music or something like that.
That's
Yeah.
I do not have.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, or because I have my Plex server, I have all my music on my computer, and I can listen to my shit in my phone from anywhere, as long as my computer's not turned off.
I just use YouTube and YouTube Music if I want to listen to a.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
I
All
don't.
right, so
I don't pay for that shit, so I don't want to have the advertisements. That's one of the reasons why I listen to
Oh.
all of my stuff on my Plex server.
Oh, I pay for YouTube Premium. I love YouTube
yeah,
Premium.
that's
I'm
the
not
only
gonna lie.
thing. That's like the only premium service I pay for on anything.
Yeah, I mean, despite like streaming services. Yeah.
Yeah, I only got it because they gave me a 4-week free trial. Or no, it was like 3 months or something like that. And by the time I had gone through the trial, I was so used to not having ads, I just had to keep it.
Yeah, I love it. I even having it on my phone so I can like minimize the screen and like have it.
What's
playing.
funny is I was so fine with the ads and just skipping them and dealing with it. Like, it was just a part of life. It didn't bug me. But once I went 4 weeks or months or whatever it was without them, I couldn't go back. I weakened myself.
Yep, it's like this is delicious. I needed more of this power.
I'm way too ADHD to not be able to skip songs more than 6 times. So I can't listen to like Spotify or Yahoo Music for very long without having to wait an hour before I can skip another goddamn song. So I
That's why I
listen to a lot
love
of private stuff.
That's why I love YouTube Music. YouTube Music is great. If you're paying for premium, YouTube Music is fucking.
Well, yeah, I
amazing.
mean, a lot of the subscription stuff they allow you to skip as many times as you want, but if you have the free version, it's maximum 10 skips or 6. Excuse me, 6. You can't skip more than 6 times. You have to wait half an hour or an hour.
You can skip as much as you want on YouTube Music. Just eventually, if you don't pay for premium, you're just eventually gonna run into an ad or something. Yeah. By the way, speaking of music, have you guys heard this Jesse Wells guy? Did I talk
Yes!
about this
Oh, yeah.
earlier?
Yes.
Holy shit. I have been listening to him like nonstop for like the past
Dude,
3.5 months.
Have you heard his Join Ice song? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Join
dude.
Ice. Must
Yeah.
be nice. Join Ice.
I saw him on not Conan, fucking
Kimmel.
Colbert. Kimmel and Colbert.
It was Colbert. You're right.
No, it was both.
Oh, was it? Okay. I thought
It was both. Yeah, they both had him on. He put out like what was it, like 6 albums?
I don't even know. I've seen him before, but then he blew up with the Ice song, Join Ice song.
Dude, this guy.
I just know he's been showing up on my YouTube shorts and my Facebook Reels for a year, since the election or since last political season. And he's very prolific.
Oh,
What's really great is if you look far enough back in his catalog of music, he actually did like hair metal.
Really? I like his voice. He's got a really unique voice.
Yeah.
He definitely fits in the folk.
Oh,
He's
absolutely.
He's a
folk,
throwback to Woody Guthrie.
He kind of reminds me of oh God, what's his name? Ah,
You're not thinking Bob Dylan, are you?
Dylan. Yeah. It's like Dylan. If Dylan didn't like whine with his singing, it would sound like this.
Yeah, he's
Hey.
definitely going for that folk folk
I
voice.
I like Dylan, but I do agree on the whining thing.
Yeah. No, his music is amazing if it's sung by somebody else.
I like Bob Dylan still, yeah.
I actually was thinking about watching his that biopic about him. I haven't seen it yet. Sorry, we're
Yeah,
getting
I'll watch that at
distracted.
some point.
Let's get back to
We
the
are
story.
way off subject.
We're doing the weave. We're doing the weave here. And we're going to weave it right back here into Epstein allegedly introduced Trump to a 14-year-old girl. So the current president is also mentioned in the Attention Files. Court documents detail that Epstein allegedly introduced a 14-year-old girl to Trump at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. During the alleged encounter in the 90s, Epstein elbowed Trump and playfully asked him, in reference to the girl, "This is a good one, right?" The document says. Trump smiled and nodded in agreement, according to the lawsuit filed against Epstein's estate and Maxwell.
Okay. I know what you're talking about now. I knew about this years ago. I used to post this fucking document all the time. I was talking to people who were like, "Oh, Trump and Epstein were to know each other." Yeah. This has been available. This is not new information, to be honest with you. This has been out there for like at least 7 years, as far as I know.
That's the thing about most of what's going to come out in these files is probably not going to be new stuff. Like all the new stuff is probably being redacted for the same reason it was withheld before, right? Like, especially since they're protecting politically vulnerable people. The victim alleges she was groomed and abused by Epstein over many years, but she makes no accusations against Trump. In response to a request for comment on the document, the White House said that Trump was the most transparent in history. He's the most he's the most transparent in terms of just being like a bald-faced liar.
Dude, the fucking guy. Oh, you know what we should have done this week? I've meant to do this. I wanted to go over Trump's speech.
The crazy one?
Yeah, the one he just
See if
did.
you can find it. See if you can find a transcript. I'll keep reading through this.
I literally cannot. I haven't seen it yet myself. I didn't have time this week. I've been so out of it. But I heard it was nuts.
But they do say this alleged episode is one of the very few mentions of Trump in the thousands of files released on Friday. He can be seen in several photos, but his inclusion is minimal at best.
Yeah, because they keep deleting all of it.
And then one of those photos was among the more than a dozen images that were removed from the files on Saturday. The images later re-added, the BBC found out. We'll have more on that in another story. There are still pages to be released. And then again, Todd Blanche has said that several 100,000 pages of documents are still being reviewed. The president has previously said he was a friend of Epstein's, but that they fell out about 2004, years before Epstein was first arrested. Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing.
Of course he has.
So there's a photo here of formerly Prince Andrew lying across the laps of 5 redacted people. We have the photo of Jackson with Epstein, photo of Jagger with Clinton. And then here's the photo that's actually from a different event.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Maxwell with Chris Tucker, it looks like. One of the first people to report Epstein is included in the files. Maria Farmer, an artist who worked for Epstein, told the FBI in 1996 that he had stolen personal photos she took of her 12-year-old and 16-year-old sisters.
What?
She said in a complaint that she believed he sold the photos to buyers and said he threatened to burn her house down if she told anyone about it. Her name is redacted in the files, but Farmer confirmed the account was hers. She notes in the report that Epstein has allegedly asked her to take pictures for him of young girls at swimming pools. And Epstein is now threatening blank that if she tells anyone about the photos, he will burn her house down, the report states. Farmer said she feels vindicated after nearly 30 years.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross. Ew.
So regarding the photos that got removed, jumping over to NBC News, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said Sunday that the Justice Department's decision to remove over a dozen photographs Saturday was part of the. It had nothing to do with President Trump, and that it came at the request of victim advocacy groups. Instead, Blanche said the removed photographs included unredacted pictures of women, and that photo will go back up after Justice Department officials investigate whether they need to make further redactions. NBC News confirmed Saturday that 15 images that appeared as part of Friday's Epstein Files release had been removed. One was a tabletop covered by framed photos of Epstein with famous people. An open drawer on the tabletop included printed photos of Trump with women in bathing suits. We don't have perfect information, Blanche said Saturday on NBC News. So when we hear from victims' rights groups about this type of photograph, we pull it down and investigate. We are still investigating that photo. That photo did later come back. So they're claiming that these photos that have been removed and then added back were at the request of victims. I guess we can take that as its word because they do put them back. So I guess that's good to mention. The Democratic response to the release from ABC News, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries on Sunday criticized the partial release. He says Congress has acted decisively by partisan majorities in both the House and the Senate. Bills signed into law by the president, and it does appear, of course, that this initial document release is inadequate. It falls short of what the law requires. Ro Khanna and Representative Thomas Massie, a Republican, are considering filing impeachment articles against Pam Bondi over the apparent lack of compliance with the law. And I think you have a story on that, right, Brandon?
So I was reading another story. I was not gonna lie, I was gonna be distracted. I just read the thing about the show. Sean Strickland just said something against Trump.
Who is Sean Strickland?
Yeah.
He's a UFC fighter and a fucking one of the bad ones. He's always been a maggot shud. What the fuck? I'm sorry. This is a crazy. Wow.
But no worries. But referencing Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie, they are committed to holding Justice Department officials accountable for their failure to release all eligible files. The quickest and I think most expeditious way to get justice for these victims is to bring contempt against Pam Bondi, Massie said Sunday on Face the Nation.
So let me ask you this: what's y'all's overall opinion on Massie right now?
I don't know much about him.
He's being true to himself. I give him credit for being consistent. I mean, he's not politically on my side
with us. Of course, we have a lot of differences with him, of course. But
yeah,
it does feel like he's weirdly wanting to step up to Trump's people.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, this is what we needed more of from Republicans all along.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of all these people that resigned and retired in the face of disagreements with Trump, they should have fought and they should have stood together instead of being picked off one by one.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. It's just there's not enough of him.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like him, but I appreciate what it is he seems to want to do. I do think Bondi needs. I mean, he did a thing too. Bondi's in a bad situation right now. Like, just overall. Like, if you guys remember, Watergate, the one person who was tried and charged and convicted was Bondi's position.
Yeah.
Like, the only person who was punished for this was Bondi's
He's
position.
getting dragged right now because of the photos from the Vanity Fair shoot, too.
Dude, the fucking thing was awful. Dude, you could see the fucking injection points in her lips. And that MAGA face thing is so weird to me. Why would these women literally go out and get as much plastic surgery as they can to literally show, like, fealty to Trump?
That's what it seems like. It's crazy.
What's really weird,
right?
What's really weird is they said that she's 28 years old, dude. 20 fucking 8, and she looks like she's 40 fucking 8.
Pam Bondi?
Yeah.
I look better than her. I've been than her, and I'm 42.
Dude, have you seen that photo, that extreme close up of her? Because it's like you can see all the wrinkles on her face. She shouldn't have any wrinkles at 28.
Oh no! First off, no, it's not the wrinkles. No, okay, Doug, about to show you this. Doug, look around her lips. It's not the. It is.
I mean, it's that too, but it's the fucking wrinkles under her eyes and shit, and around her nose and her cheeks.
Definitely Pam Bondi. That's 28, not like Caroline Levitt.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
I'm thinking of yeah. You know what? You're right. I'm thinking of Levitt and not Bondi. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, the Levitt. I mean, they both look kind of the same because they both have the same thing going on.
They both come from.
They both have the fucking Trump face going on. The MAGA face. Oh, they both have it majorly.
Yeah, I confuse those two. They're both hideous women.
They both look like
they work for Fox
News. Evil like makes you ugly, dude.
Hate makes you ugly.
Yeah, that's essentially what I said. I mean, hate, evil, two sides of the same coin.
Actually, I don't know. Hating is not necessarily evil. It's good to hate certain things.
But they're straight evil, so.
Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, I do hope that they do end up bringing charges against Bondi. Like if anybody is going to be in the most actionable situation, from historically speaking, is going to be her.
Yeah.
And I think what they're talking about impeaching her.
Oh yeah, no, it is all impeachment. Yeah, well, it's contempt charges. Which I'm sure would result in an impeachment for starters. It might go to more, I would assume.
And then Tim Kaine talks about how there's other mechanisms Congress has to prompt the Trump administration to release certain information. We have tools in appropriation bills, other tools to force compliance if somebody is dragging their feet. And I'd rather focus on those tools rather than get discussions about contempt and impeachment, Kaine said. So there's a little disagreement on the Democratic side about whether they want to go down the contempt and impeachment route, but
she's fucking 60. I would have never guessed that. Pam Bondi.
Oh, no way. I mean,
yeah, no, she was born 1965, dude.
Huh.
Wow.
And now you can see why I get those two confused. They're both ugly blonde chicks.
Well, they got the Trump face going on.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. I mean, I've seen plenty of beautiful blonde women, but these two, they're rotten to the core, man.
No, they're horrible people. And if you're a woman and you support Trump, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's something inherently wrong with you if you look at what Trump does and you think that.
Yeah, it does. It is amazing how many people are bullied into being part of that cult.
I don't know how many people are bullied. I think some are. I think it's far less than a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. How do you get bullied into that? How does somebody make you do that?
It's apparently there's so many people that didn't want to fight it. It's not worth the trouble.
Yeah. It's better to keep your mouth shut in certain cases, I think.
For sure.
I mean, these people certainly feel that way.
Especially if you're surrounded by all those fuckers. You know, if I was living in Texas, I wouldn't leave my fucking house. Largely because of the heat, but also because of all the fucking Trumpers out there.
I fucking hate Texas. They keep sending me to Texas at my job. I cannot go to Texas anymore. I'm done. No more Texas.
I mean,
actually,
Texas did give us some amazing music and comedians, but not much else.
In fact, I don't even have my real ID. If they try to send me again, I can't go. Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait, you don't have your real ID? Isn't there like you can get in trouble for not having one?
No, as long as you get it before you I can't get a non-real ID when I get my next license, but no, I technically have until I need to get my next renewal.
I thought the renewal was supposed to have been done like by last January.
Nope, my renewal says my time on my card is like 4 years now. I need to get it just so I can like go to Canada and stuff. But yeah.
That's why I got mine, because I wanted to go to Canada and never did after I got mine.
We got passports for our honeymoon 2 years ago, so I have that instead.
Nice. Well, oh yeah, that's right. You can't have that instead. I just don't want to go through all of that.
Yeah, we did it at a good time. It would be a bad time to do it now.
Yeah.
So last bit of the Epstein news before we move on to some local Washington State news. Just don't want to let him skate by here. But the worst director in Hollywood, Brett Ratner, who's also the director of the upcoming Melania Trump documentary. That's not why I call him the worst director in Hollywood because he is the sleaziest, scummiest guy that I've ever heard about in Hollywood. Every bit as bad as Weinstein, except he's on set every day with the people he was harassing.
Even more so than what's his face that did God damn it.
Kevin Spacey?
No.
Jesus.
Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, the director.
Quentin Tarantino?
Tarantino, thank you. I couldn't think of that fucking name.
What about Tarantino?
He's a sleazeball, dude.
Oh, I haven't heard about him being a sleazeball. I've heard about him being a Zionist, which is,
Dude, every single one of his movies has a scene where a woman shows off her feet. Every single one.
Oh, I have heard about him having a foot fetish.
The first thing is weird, but that doesn't make him a sleazeball. Sleazeball.
Brett Ratner's he's tied up in the Hollywood pedophile ring.
That's different. That's different.
Okay.
He's sexually harassing his actresses.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, you better. I think he tried to get Olivia Munn to suck him off to get a role.
Dude, he also did something to Everett Evan. Oh, God damn it.
Evan Raquel Welch.
No, the actor who was female at one point. Juno. That dude from Juno. Yeah. Now a dude.
What does he go by now? Elliot Page.
Elliot Page. Yeah. He did something to him when he was still presenting as female, and
Brett Ratner's just terrible. So he is seen in the Epstein Files too. So I just want to make sure we got that out there.
No surprise
there. Yeah, no surprise there.
So fuck Brett Ratner.
Lock his ass up too.
So last week we talked about the flooding in Washington State. Now we've got some storm. Say that again?
Still going on, by the way.
Yeah. We're still here. We're still okay.
It's not the entire state, mind you. People are posting videos. The whole state is underwater. No, it's not. Parts of it are, yes.
If the entire state of Washington was underwater, then most of America would be underwater.
Right.
That's true.
They're not telling you the whole truth. Dude, you're showing the valley between Tacoma and Seattle. Yeah, of course that's gonna be underwater because it's a valley.
I've seen pictures. There's orcas in Renton.
Oh my God. That'd be great if there was. I'd be going outside of my house and looking at the water.
But from Como News, the recent floods in western Washington have left a trail of destruction, with swollen rivers depositing debris into Lake Washington. And over the weekend, the Mercer Island Police Department's Marine Patrol Unit actively engaged in storm cleanup efforts, focusing on removing trees and logs that pose navigation hazards. The operation is expected to continue for several weeks as river levels gradually recede. The Mercer Island Police Marine Patrol is prioritizing the removal of free-floating debris, which I guess maybe the Department of War can send in a concentrated strike to clear the navigational hazard.
The Department of War, God fucking damn it.
Pete Keg's breath.
And residents and boaters who encounter free-floating logs or trees are encouraged to report them by calling the non-emergency line at 425-577-5656 or leaving a message at 206-275-7909, and go ahead and rewind that part if you need to hear those numbers again.
The biggest floating log in this entire country is the Trump admin.
The captain's log.
Yes.
So KUOW has a story here. How much water flooded parts of Western Washington?
Oh, there we
And
go.
this blew my mind. At least 3 Lake Washingtons worth of water.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
We got shit kicked.
So
this
even
last-
with words like historic and record breaking, it can be hard to get a sense of the scale. But the numbers can start to paint a picture. More than 9 million acre feet of water.
Oh, wow.
It adds up to more than 3 times the volume of water in Lake Washington. That's according to
insane.
observed precipitation and calculations from the Center for Western Weather and Water Extremes, which is a UC San Diego-based research institute that studies atmospheric rivers. So for those that don't know, that's what has hit our region, is an atmospheric river, and we have another one on the way. So this group rated December 2025's atmospheric river as a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 meteorologists agree. This is terrible. But what made scientists there take this atmospheric river a little bit more seriously was its persistence. The storm was extremely long. You and me both, Storm. It was not among the most intense, but it was one of the longest. That's what I'm told. So that was really what was notable about the event, was the duration for which you had high elevated atmospheric moisture being transported up over the Pacific Northwest, which did a lot to overwhelm streams and rivers in the region. So a University of Albany professor who got his PhD at the University of Washington double-checked the math. 9 million acre feet is a big amount of water for sure. There's lots of places in the North PNW that can absorb that kind of precipitation rate for a short time. But when you do it for days, that saturates the soil and then the water just runs off. So the 9 million acre feet captures rainfall from December 9 through 19, but doesn't capture the total amount of rainfall over all of Western Washington. Rather, it's just how much fell in 17 watersheds identified east of Puget Sound from the Nooksack River down to Lewis. So that experience, that's where the heavy flooding was concentrated.
Did you say nutsack?
Nooksack.
Nooksack. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Just making sure I heard you correctly.
Whoever flooded this town can lick my flowing
nooksack.
The water was right up to my newt sack.
I think this time it went well above.
New drop.
So yeah, we're drowning out here. We are absolutely drowning out here. And then in some sad news locally, we did lose a trooper. There was a trooper killed in Tacoma while helping motorists. The sad part is the trooper had stopped to help motorists involved in a crash on SR 509, and then the driver struck the trooper. And apparently they did stay on the scene, but there is an ongoing investigation. So what they're saying, she answered her final call Friday night, marking the 34th time in WSP's 105-year history that the agency lost one of its own in the line of duty.
Dude.
Her name is
Washington State Troopers are the best of the local law enforcement, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, maybe. Local, like, okay, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as like the local law enforcement, all the ones I've ever dealt with have always been way cooler than local police. Every single one.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
True.
And so the trooper's name was Trooper Tara Marisa Gooding, and then she was 29 years old.
Was what?
Tara Marisa, so T-A-R-A.
Oh, I thought you said tiramisu. I'm like, there's no way they named their daughter after a fucking cake.
Why not?
No. This is like that Dee Dee Mega Doo-Doo thing where do you remember that?
No.
Okay,
it's a local news station where they're talking about a trooper it's another trooper that was killed in Washington State.
Oh man.
And the lady, she tries to say her name and it comes out Mega Doo-Doo.
Mega Doo-Doo. What? God. Oh man. I shouldn't laugh at that, but that's fucking hilarious.
It's the most unfortunate thing to ever happen in terms of like a story, telling a story blooper. Yeah.
Like, well, that's too bad.
I mean, this is exactly why you don't give your kids cute names. Like, you think it's cute, but your kid is going to get teased for the rest of their fucking life by everyone. And
Well,
somebody's going to read
it's
their
their
name
last
wrong.
name, though. Yeah,
Their
it was the last name of that
name's going to get
person.
read wrong on the news. Come on. It's like,
But I did want to, take a moment to think about and thank the troopers that are out there putting their lives on the line every day,
yes,
particularly dealing with car accidents and things on the freeway, and that
yeah.
during a storm, even especially, like it's just even extra dangerous. I can't imagine having to get out and help with these things.
Well,
And just,
as much as I think there are some cops who want to do the right things and law enforcement folks, yeah, I'm not that generous with it. I'm more still.
this is not to this is not to be a love
I'm very
fest
much
for the
ACAB
police.
I'm very much more on the ACAB side than I am on
I'm
anything
with
else.
you. I'm with you on that when it comes to like local police departments, but like state troopers are a different breed.
And I've dealt with state troopers, but mostly just in traffic tickets, like speeding tickets. But you don't ever want to see somebody killed in the line of duty,
No one should get killed just doing
regardless of
their job.
institutional
No.
criticisms that we all have. Like
Yeah.
we can think the police, we can think everything up to and including the police shouldn't exist, but we still, respect the people that put their lives on the line, and we complain about the institutions.
Fair enough.
Certainly, a lot of bad cops out there too that are drawn to it for the wrong reasons. By all accounts, this person was not. Trooper Tara Marisa was not that type of. She was not drawn to the force because of the power trip it gave her.
Yeah. In fact, the last time I dealt with a state trooper, they actually helped me change a tire. So.
No, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. So do we want to talk about this, Brandon? Do you want to talk about this military bonus story before we move on to the geek?
Yes, I mean there's not much to talk about. Basically, Trump is now trying to promise a $1,776 bonus to the military members.
Do you think this is going to be like to like keep them on his side, or is it simply to keep them from revolting?
I think it's to try to do both. I think a lot of people
Column A and column
there's
B.
a lot of
both.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are genuinely too stupid to realize that if this comes to them, that it's coming from the government. I have talked to a scary amount of people who are Trump supporters who literally think the $1,200 pandemic relief literally came from Donald Trump. Like legitimately, I've had so many like Trump or something. Oh, that was his money. I'm like,
no, it wasn't.
Nope, no, it wasn't.
Well, I've had this. This is the lady I haven't talked about in a while because I don't participate anymore. But the lady that runs the local politics chat out here, like her thing was like, I never went into details about why she says this, but she's like, people keep saying I'm crazy because I said Donald Trump personally paid for my cancer medication or my cancer cure. And I'm like, okay, I have no idea what you mean by that. But like, I feel like if I pressed her on it, it would be like, well, yeah, because he gave me the stimulus check, and that's what paid for my cancer.
Yeah,
so
I'll bet you.
that was Trump paying for it.
I've met other people like I said that. It's really sad, but yeah, you're surprised.
Yeah, I every time I hear someone say that they gave there's a cure for this, it's like, okay, sure.
Huh?
What do you mean cure? Because he said that he gave her money for the cure.
Well, no, to pay for cancer treatment.
Oh, okay.
Her treatment.
Okay. I was gonna say, anytime someone says there's a cure for cancer,
there is no cure for cancer, but you can try to fight it though.
Yeah, depends on the breed of cancer, but yeah. All right.
Well, should we take it to the geek?
Let's do that. Let's do the geek.
Welcome to What's Geek.
Crap.
In pop culture, tech, and nerdy news. Let's dive in.
Sorry. I didn't mean to hit that too. I'm so sorry, Brandon.
Loud. Ow.
I'm sorry.
Motherfucker.
I did not mean to hit that button. I'm so sorry.
So what did you do that made it? You hit a button that made it extra loud?
I hit the air horn on top of the. I hit both buttons at the same time. So I hit the.
No, it was just that you get the music was loud as fuck too.
Oh, was it?
It
Yeah,
was.
those
The
both
music
are
keeps coming out extra loud. I'm
way
not sure
too
why.
Oh,
much.
I turned it down. I don't know why I had it that loud.
Because you hate us.
No, it's because I'm old and I'm getting deaf in my old age.
Is it loud enough yet? Is it loud enough yet?
Can you hear it? All right.
Turn- Where's the snare of my headphones? What?
I can't hear you. Oh, you can't
What?
hear it? No, I can't hear you.
I said your ears are bleeding. Yeah. I used to do that when I go to concerts with friends, and we would go and not wear earplugs, and it was like, and we started yelling at each other at the end because we couldn't hear each other. And I said, I'm sorry, I said your ears are bleeding, and they go, cool. Yeah. That's what happens when you hang out with a bunch of metalheads in the 90s. All right, so the first story I have here isn't really geek news as much as it is internet related. YouTube has finally shut down some YouTube channels that would post deep fake movie trailers and not label it as a fan edit or fan creation. And I can't count the number of times I went looking for a movie trailer and saw a god-awful trailer. You know, what the fuck is this shit? And it turns out it was a deep fake or it was a AI-generated trailer using, like, clips from other movies or, like a deep fake, over somebody else's body with a famous person's face. So it looks like...
I don't know. I kind of always found this kind of funny. They were jokes and we would fall.
Well,
for them,
yeah, if you're aware that they're not real. To me, when they say new trailer for such and such movie, I go click it and watch it. Go, what the fuck is this?
Not gonna lie.
Real.
Every time I've seen it, it's always been clear to me. Because to me, every single time it's been like there's some clips from other movies and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that's clearly a fucking.
Well, sometimes it's not that clear, and then or you get about 10 seconds in, and then you realize it's a fake. And I was like, oh, at that point, I'm irritated because I want to see the actual trailer. So, but it sounds like YouTube has had enough with a couple of these different channels and have demonetized them and then basically banned them for life. So. It says earlier in the year, YouTube demonetized two of the most notorious fake trailer makers, Screen Culture and KH Studios, following the investigation from Deadline that analyzed how they produced their trailers without, at the time, indicating that it was a fan trailer. The videos very much copied the marketing strategy of several high-profile movies. Screen Culture, for example, put out 23 versions of a fake Fantastic Four First Steps trailer, some even outranking the official trailer. So that's one of the reasons why I'm glad that these fuckers are going away. Because I hate finding out later that the video I just watched was not real, and none of that's going to happen. It's like, that looks cool, or that was a god-awful trailer. Why did they put that shit out? And then you find out it was a fan edit. In the comments.
That's the thing that keeps happening with like my news app, my Newsbreak app, and other news aggregators. I'll get this notification of like, oh, new Fantastic Four trailer with like George Clooney or something like that drops, and I'm like, what? What's this? And then it's like, oh, it's just some made up fan thing. Why is this a news story? Why? Shut up, internet, shut up.
Following in the news from YouTube, DC's YouTube channel is going to be broadcasting on their live stream channel the first season of Creature Commandos. It'll be the first of the DCU content to be available that's not behind a paywall. And the only downside is that it's only going to be on the live stream from December 23rd from 3 to 9 p.m. And on the 22nd from 1 to 7 p.m. And I believe that's probably going to be West Coast time. So our time zone could be. I would check their YouTube channel for information. I would imagine they probably have some videos stating when each episode is going to be available. There should be a schedule or something, I would imagine. If you haven't seen Creature Commandos and you don't have HBO Max, then definitely that's your chance to check out Creature Commandos for free without bootlegging it someplace else. I loved it. I thought it was a great show. I can't wait for season 2. Have you guys watched it?
Nope. Not
It's-
myself yet.
It's good. It's very, very good. Next story I have here. Have either of you watched It, Welcome to Derry?
Nope.
Not yet. I feel like I should watch the recent Skarsgård movies first.
You don't need to. They don't really reference the movies in the show.
Getting a feel for everything. Like I feel like they'll expect you to have the mindset of having been in the world before. I don't know.
No, I mean you can. You don't need to. Is what I'm getting at. It's not. You're not going to get any more of a feel because the show happens 30 years before the movies.
Oh, so it could actually be more fun to watch it first and then go watch the movie.
Yes.
I could deal with that.
But it sounds like season 2 or chapter 2 is going to be 30 years before season 1. So it's going to go in reverse as far as the story goes.
They're doing like that Taylor Sheridan Yellowstone, where they're like every new series is like a whole generation different.
Yeah. I mean, I just watched the final episode 2 days ago, and oh my god, dude, it has the last 2 episodes basically give you where the whole clown thing comes from.
I haven't heard about that. Don't talk about it though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give that away. All I'm gonna say. This article talks about how season 2 is basically gonna go 30 years before, so it's gonna be in the 1930s, and says here with season 2, aka chapter. With season 1, aka chapter 1, a prequel series ranking as number 3 on HBO Max's top original series debuts after number 1, The Last of Us, and number 2, The House of Dragon. It shouldn't come to a surprise that chapter 2 is in the works. It and its Pennywise dancing clown persona, Bill Skarsgård, says, "Welcome to Derry, season 1. It takes place in 1962, at the time of the Black Spot Massacre, before the timelines of both feature films, set in 1989 and then in 2016. So there are bits that are in the show that are like that have references to the movies, but like overall, it's its own story. There's the references basically are locations more than anything else. You see the house from the movies. You see like some of the locations where the clown has been seen, but beyond that, it's you don't even see the clown until like the last 4 episodes.
That's what I've heard, is that they really don't actually show that too much.
Which is actually pretty cool because the rest of it's fucking terrifying.
Speaking about that tracks for, that tracks for what Pennywise is. I am a huge It fan, as far a Stephen King fan, I should say. So yeah. I mean, It is just it doesn't actually normally look like a clown. It's like an eldritch horror.
It's
fucking like
it's an alien thing, is what it is.
Yeah, like an alien eldritch horror that fucking feeds on like fear, and so.
Dude, the only thing I can say is there's one episode. I actually had to like look away or skip ahead because it was visually it was horrifying to watch, and so yeah, it's a good one though.
It's still Skarsgård, right?
Yes, it is Bill Skarsgård in it. Yeah, you even see his human persona in the episode in the later episodes as well.
Here's the thing. Skarsgård's such a nice guy. I've literally seen clips of him like shooting with kids, and he looks like he always asks them, "Are you all right? Are you good? Are you okay?" When he'd be like doing like a scary scene with them right when they were done shooting.
Yeah. I mean, seriously though, he's fucking terrifying in the show.
He's terrifying. He is literally terrifying as Pennywise.
Yeah, the whole thing he does with his lips all curled up and stuff, and like his. And one of the things he does in the movies is his eyeball kind of goes weird, And I saw in an interview, I think it was on Kimmel, or it was on maybe it was the other ones, one of the other ones. But he talked about how he used to do that to his brothers when they were little.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
He
he would fuck with them like that. Yeah.
torment his little siblings by
Um,
making his eye go all weird and stuff. But yeah,
I mean, Skarsgård is terrifying. With it, Tim Curry to me is will always be a great Pennywise as well.
yeah, I
But
like the visuals of his clown much better. The whole like turn of the century like clown costume doesn't really do anything for me as far as clown.
I do agree. I like the original design better. I think the two Pennywises are two entirely different takes on the same character, and I think honestly, like Tim Curry is such a. I mean, he was a comedian and stuff. Choosing Tim Curry to fucking be Pennywise was a weird choice. That was a wild choice.
Dude, I still think his version is my favorite though.
I think Skarsgård is scarier, like pound for
Yeah,
pound.
yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. Skarsgård's version is scarier, although Tim Curry's was pretty terrifying for network television.
Hey, Georgie.
Yeah. So the next story I have here is I saw this last week on Instagram, and Patrick Warburton and his three boys are in the studios at Disney, and his all three of his sons do some of the lines from Emperor's New Groove, because I guess it is now the 25th or the 30th anniversary of the Emperor's New Groove.
That's the only Disney movie I like, to be honest with you. I don't like most Disney movies. The only Disney movie I think I genuinely like is The Emperor's New Groove.
You know what? I've seen it maybe once or twice. It was okay. I didn't really care for it, maybe because it was Spade just being a dick to the whole movie. But I don't know. It's become a meme on the internet, like the whole like the Cusco's poison. You know, the whole speech.
The movie was held up in production hell for like 8 years.
Yeah, I saw
it is one of those movies where it, by all means, should have never, ever been made.
So
like,
there's a documentary on Disney Plus about this, and if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's really, really cool because it talks about how the movie was, how they started the scripting and all that, and it took nearly a decade before it finally got made, and then even then, there was a bunch of problems because it ran out of money and all this other shit.
Yep. Like that movie should have never been made by all accounts, but somehow it came out. And to me, I like it because it's different than everything else that Disney tends to like to make, because they do one major animated release typically per year, and this was this year's. And it was so different than anything they did in that era. It was not there was no romance line. It was not a musical.
Thankfully.
It was literally, there was some music in it, like at the beginning, but other than that, like it was literally just a straight up comedy, which was for a Disney movie at the time entirely.
I should
different.
rewatch it because it's been a long time. It's been nearly a decade since the last time I watched it.
I will watch that movie. I might even get a fucking Disney Plus account after this just to watch this movie again. I love that movie, actually. I can't tell you how much I will still laugh my ass off to this movie anytime it comes on.
This video, I'm not going to play the video now for you guys, but if you guys want to hear Patrick Warburton's boys all trying to do like Kronk lines, click the link in the description and check out the video that's on the Instagram for Disney and Patrick's Instagram profiles. The eldest, I think, is the one who sounds the most like his dad when it comes to doing Kronk. The other two come close, and they all do the Cusco's poison Cuco, or whatever, how it's pronounced. Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But yeah, it's funny. It does say 25th anniversary. Okay, I didn't see that before. I was thinking it had to be like 30th or 25th. So, but yeah, check that shit out. It was funny. Next story, let's see here. Bowen Yang is to leave Saturday Night Live as of last night, the last Saturday from today's recording.
Because of a reel or a short I watched today that was like doing his last shift. And
I watched that. And it was actually kind of rough to watch.
And it was out of context for me, so I was so confused. I was like, "Oh, is he leaving the show?"
Yes.
They're being really weird to him.
Yeah. So I mean, he of the current cast of people, he's probably one of the funnier ones on the show. I not every character he does is it makes me laugh, but more often than not, the shit he does on SNL made me laugh. So it's gonna be sad. I don't watch it enough for it to really be a huge problem for me, but I definitely wanted to mention I definitely wanted to mention that he's leaving the show. So if you haven't seen yesterday's December 20th episode of SNL, you can catch it on Peacock, I believe, and yeah, give it a watch. See here, and then the last couple of things I have here. 41 years ago today, a notorious flop was released and changed how we talk about movies sequels forever. I remember seeing this movie in theaters. And then I also remember all the references to this movie in the 90s and the early 2000s. Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo is the name of the movie. It was a movie about breakdancing and how a upper, like, middle-class girl wanted to do breakdancing, and she was... Her parents wanted her to do ballet or some bullshit. And she got in with the wrong crowd, learned to do breakdancing and all this other stuff. And it had some cool music, I'll give it that. But yeah, it was not a great movie. Then it became like the punchline for any sequels. Like it's Terminator 2, Electric Boogaloo. Although that movie was pretty awesome, so that doesn't really work with Terminator 2. But still.
Passion of the Christ 2, Electric Jubilee.
Oh my God. Oh, shit. Oh,
I saw the movie still, and it said like this 41-year-old movie changed the way we talked about sequels. And I was like, I have no idea what movie this is. I'm looking at this, I'm like, I have no idea. I was like, is it Warriors? What is it?
No,
and,
no.
And of course, it's Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, which is any sequel. If you don't know the name of the sequel, you just say the first movie to Electric Boogaloo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's a little bit of trivia for you guys, and those of you watching at home or listening at home or wherever you are. The two main breakdancers in these movies, the main guy in the middle on the photo here and the guy on the far left, those two are like besties in these movies. There's two movies with both these guys, but these are the guys who play the robot us's in the sequel to Bill and Ted. They're the ones who do all the popping and locking inside those weird-looking robot bodies.
Huh.
Yeah. So I found that out like a couple years ago. I was like, "Are you shitting me? You would think something that goofy would be noticeable." But yeah, those two are also the body doubles or the people inside the robot us's in Bill and Ted Go to Hell or whatever it's called.
I saw that so many. I've seen those movies like one time each of the Bill and Ted movies.
Oh man, they are some of my favorites. I will watch them every once in a while.
They were just I always associate them with like Christian camp because they would play those for some reason at Christian camps.
I think the second one would make sense because they show hell and how horrible hell is, and you know they meet the devil. Although the devil sounds like Dr. Claw, but you know because it was voiced by the same guy. God damn it, Frank Welker.
Frank Welker, yeah.
But so he's also the voice of the demon guy in Spawn. But
I never really watched Spawn. It was at the time where my parents would let me watch that. I never really got around to watching it.
Honestly, dude, it has its moments, but overall, I really enjoyed it. It could have been a lot better. It could have been a hell of a lot worse. Michael Jai White plays the lead character. He's also Spawn, and I don't know. It also has John Leguizamo. So if you like John Leguizamo, it's not a bad movie to watch.
Speaking of weird old anime like superhero shit, Do you remember anime? You remember the Max?
Yes, I love that show.
I just thought about watching the Max again. That show is so fucking crazy.
Where are you watching it? I want to see this.
I can't remember where I saw it. I just watched it again somewhere, and that show is
Okay.
so good.
It's probably on YouTube. It's the Max with 2 X's, right?
Yeah.
The Max. Yeah, he's like
Yeah,
this
the Max,
weird,
yeah.
like purple and gold, like dude. He's got like a massive overbite.
He's a homeless guy. Yeah, no, it's the same character, but the whole story is a mind fuck. Like I was watching it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I just remember that being part of Liquid Television on MTV back in the day.
Dude, the story is so dark. It's like legit. How did this get made? The story is about like a serial rape. Like the Max is a good guy, but the villain's literally like a serial rapist. That's his thing.
Well, dude, Liquid Television had all kinds of really weird and like probably not great for kids to watch kind of shows. Like Beavis and Butthead was a part of that too, and then like the Max, and then there was the Head, and there was Eon Flux. Those were all on the same animation show.
I haven't seen the Head. I've seen Eon Flux.
Oh, dude, the head was weird because it was about an alien who lived inside a guy's head, and like it wasn't like it was a small alien that like hid inside this guy's cranium. He climbed in this guy's head, and his head became like 6 feet fucking tall.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up real quick. Hold up.
The Head, yeah. Google that shit.
Hold up. I'm so. I never even heard of this. I'm starting to. Oh wait, no. And this got to be no. This is different. This is a 2021. Animated, right? I'm assuming.
It's animated, yeah.
MTV.
Yeah.
There it is. There's a newer show called The Head, and it is not. It's like that's not. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? No. This might be Eric Fogel.
What? Has he
The
made
guy
it?
who made Celebrity. The guy who made Celebrity Deathmatch.
Okay, that makes sense. It has that same weird vibe to it for sure. Did you want to talk about the Mick Foley story?
Yes, I do want to talk about this because this is my favorite story this week. I was thrilled when I saw this. I actually posted my Facebook, and I'm not exactly a super Facebook forward person. I use it occasionally. You know this. I post once in a great fucking while. Somehow this got like 200 responses from various people, like interactions, which for my page is huge. 90% of the people don't know. So this for me was a very viral post. So people love this story, as do I. Mick Foley says he is no longer going to be working with the WWE thanks to the fact that they are so closely tied in with the Trump admin. We can point to whole, various points of this. Vince McMahon's close personal friendship with Donald Trump and his wife's employment on the Department of Education, the head of the Department of Education. But Mick says the big thing that made this decision easy not just easy, but the straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that Trump went on his little notorious rant about Rob Reiner.
Yeah.
On his True
Rest in
Social
peace.
account.
Yeah.
Yes, and so basically Mick had enough. And for those of you who do not know who Mick Foley is most commonly known as Mankind in the wrestling fan world. And here's the thing: I'm not even a wrestling fan, but even I knew who this guy was.
He was also Cactus Jack.
And
he was like 2 or 3 major characters, like big characters.
His thing was he had like multiple personalities, so he would show up as random characters.
He did that for a spell, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember. That's when I watched it.
For a long time he was just Cactus Jack in the NWA and WCW, and then he came to the WWF as Mankind and was that character. And then that Mankind character developed these multiple personalities where he'd sometimes come back as Cactus Jack, or he'd come out as this guy that was actually his very first character in his personal backyard wrestling called Dude Love.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Dude Love.
The one thing I would know him for is Mr. Sacco.
Yeah, that was Mankind.
Yeah.
He had
the thing about this story is that kind of... Oh, go ahead, Todd.
I just said he had the sock puppet when he was Mankind, and he would like...
And the rock and sock connection.
And he would put the sock puppet in his opponent's mouth and like choke them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he did his mandible claw, and then they had him add the sock to it as part of the gimmick.
Yeah, I dude, honestly, and here's the thing that I will say about Mankind, about Mick. He is a great person overall. Like, for every account I've ever heard,
Yes, by
Mick
all accounts,
Foley
yes.
is one of the nicest, like, kindest people. The one thing that will always stand out in my memory is one time he did his cage match, and his wife and kids were there. And I remember hearing the story, like, he like did not want them there. He was like sort of like, I don't want you to be there, but she was like, I want to be there to see this. And he got brutalized during this match. Like, he got hit in the head with a chair and stuff. And like, it cut to his wife at one scene, and she was literally like crying.
Yeah, he went through hell in every match he ever did on a pay per
Like, the
view.
guy committed to whatever he did, and like, you can tell his wife and kids fucking adore him.
Yeah, if you really want to see some crazy shit, though, you got to go to his earlier Cactus Jack days when he was in Japan, and he and Terry Funk doing like C4 matches and shit, like barbed wire C4 matches where they have live charges like in the mat and they go off when you land on them.
Jesus Christ. You have to be I mean, he's a crazy. Also, let me say this. New York Times best-selling author.
That too, yes.
Yeah.
A New York Times best-selling author for children's books.
Awesome.
And I will say the one thing that does kind of like, I guess there's two ways to look at this, because on one hand I'm kind of like, it's about time, Mick. Like this is a long time coming. Your contract's about to be up anyways, and you're just announcing you're not going to renew it. He also says he's not going to work with the WWE as long as Trump is in office, so that could just be like 3 more years.
I mean,
And
even then, a lot of money he's walking away from.
yeah, it's true. He's by turning down the next contract, he is walking away from potential. We don't know what they're offering him though, because he
You
can't.
know what's funny? I'll bet you he's going to sign with a smaller agency.
Well, he'll
After
probably
like
sign with
3 years.
AEW or something.
Yeah.
He's going to sign with a
But it's
smaller
just
agency.
it does, with all the plethora of excuses Trump provides to turn your back on him and be done with him. The fact that it wasn't like genocide or the mass deportation of people that did it, it was him mocking another
Well,
celebrity's death.
it's
Like that.
not like he was planning to break his contract. He's not even right now wanting to break his contract. He's saying
Yeah.
he's going to get to the end and get done. So there would have been no point to announcing this earlier except to cause
Yeah.
problems.
Which, yeah.
I think
Which,
he was
don't know,
probably avoiding
maybe
problems by not
that would have
saying
been a good
anything.
thing to cause problems.
Yeah,
but,
he probably meant this for a long time. He just didn't say anything. This is just
yeah, which
his,
is kind of my point too. But yeah. But like I
Well,
said,
why-
there's two ways to look at it. The other way is like he's also not a confrontational person when it comes to the business side of things. And like the fact that they actually could do anything to push him over the line just shows you how far off the rails the Trump admin is.
Yeah, that's true. I like Mick. I've always seen him as one of the good ones.
Yes, I do too. I agree with you on that.
I think he was.
I'm more willing to give him a pass. I can't help but noticing how late.
No,
it
and you're
is.
right, but like at the point, like, I as much as I agree with you, as I'd love to have seen earlier, it just would have been a very impotent, pointless statement. It would have done nothing except make his life harder, and everything else. Like
I buy that. Yeah.
yeah, he this saying he's not going to resign right now. I think this is what he's saying. Or the Reiner thing is just an excuse. I think he made this decision a long time ago.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you on that too.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I think that is it for the Geek this week. So now we should do some Florida, huh?
Let's do it. Let's play some Florida or not.
Oh no, here we go again. A barefoot guy robbing a gas station in the name of Gavin Newsom. Call the police, arrest the Florida man. Is it Florida or not? Is it Florida?
All right. So yes, this is Florida or not. So, do you want to go first, Doug, or do you want me to do mine?
Before we get started here, do I sound different now?
A
He's
little
having a
closer.
echoey.
Okay, because I think it's been using my laptop mic this whole time.
Okay. You
And
definitely
I
sound
think
clear.
I just changed it. Yeah, I think
do
I
you?
just
Maybe.
changed it to my headset just in the interim there.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
honestly, I don't even. Maybe I don't even notice. Maybe I'm just being.
Okay, fair enough.
it definitely sounds clearer. I'll give you that.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, sorry, didn't mean to derail you there. I've got 3 stories. I've got a third story if I need it.
Okay.
Todd's got 2. Brandon, did you come up with any?
I did not. I was looking at other stories the entire time until the very
Nah,
moment
it's
we
all
lost
right.
the path.
I'll go with my 3 then, and we'll just you can still play along.
I'll let you do yours first this time.
Yeah, I'll go with one of mine first, so that we just, if I find the right tab that I opened them all up on, because I didn't want to give them away. Which tab is it? I thought it was going to be this tab. Oh, here it is. Okay.
And just so people, we have some people actually watching right now. So in case you guys haven't listened to an episode before, basically what this is we pick some stories and we read a little bit of it without giving away any of the important information, and you have to guess whether or not it's from Florida or if it's from someplace else. So that's why it's called Florida or Not. And typically the stories are like really weird, out there, like in crackheads and face eatings and that kind of shit. So. Go ahead, Doug.
Right. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so for my first story, it is man admits to getting kickbacks from New Jersey pharmacy in telemarketing prescription scam.
I mean, that could be anywhere. So
this person has admitted in federal court that they received more than $300,000 in kickbacks from pharmacy in New Jersey.
I mean, it could be Florida. The one time I was in Florida, everyone that I met that was in a retail space just felt like a used car salesperson. So,
the scheme defrauded Medicare of $1,399,812.52.
That's really
received a total of $343,000.
At the same time, I don't think a Florida man would be that smart.
Yeah, you know what? It's such a stupid plan. I'm gonna say Florida, man.
All
right, we locking in our answers?
I'm saying it's not Florida.
That's so dumb. I'm saying Florida. That's a meth-addled, stupid fucking idea.
So that is a point for Brandon and a point for me. A Florida resident has admitted in federal court that he received more than $300,000 in kickbacks from a pharmacy in New Jersey in a telemarketing prescription scam. Eric Van Vliet, 30, of Delray Beach, Florida, pled guilty to conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud and conspiracy to violate the federal anti-kickback statute. The U.S. Attorney's Office District of New Jersey said in a statement on Thursday. This story is from December 18th, 2025.
What the fuck?
All right, I'm on the board. I got my ass kicked last week, so I'm glad to be on the board here.
$300,000? Jesus Christ! 300 grand.
The whole scheme was over $1 million from everything that was defrauded, but this one guy got over 300,000 of it.
Holy fuck!
All right, Todd, you want to do your first story?
I'll do my first one here. I'll fucking crush you. Video shows criminally charged cop punching a man after a car crash, and there's video here.
And by the way, and just to describe the point scoring. For everybody here, you get a point if somebody guesses incorrectly on your story, or you get a point for guessing a story correctly.
Yeah, so it's like Jackbox games.
Yeah.
I think I heard this.
And we try and screw Brandon as much as possible.
Yeah, because he never has a story.
Yeah, I think I know what story you're talking about. If it's a story I'm thinking about, I think I know which one it is.
Well, then I don't think I know the story, so let me guess first so you don't give it away.
Okay.
I'll fucking crush you. Video shows criminally charged cop punching man after car crash. I feel like this may have been like in L.A. or something. I'm going to say not Florida.
And Brandon, what do you say?
If this is the story I'm thinking about, this is not Florida. Because if it's a story I'm thinking about, I keep eyes on the news in this city.
Points for me.
Oh!
It is
a 0 for Doug.
Lauderhill, Florida, new release expletive-laden body camera video shows a Lauderhill police officer punching a man after March 8th crash it would land 42-year-old cop in trouble with the law. Should I play the clip?
Yeah, do it.
Right now at 4:30 and only on Local 10, we're getting a look at new video showing the moments a Lauderhill police officer was caught on
Can you hear
camera
this?
punching a driver.
That incident all happening in March after he responded to the
We
scene
don't
of a
hear it if
crash.
it's playing.
Ross Lowe
Okay.
is live in Lauderhill with a closer look at the
I thought
video.
you
You'll
were
only
being-
see on
I thought
10.
you were being
Rosh.
clever. A little while ago,
Hold on.
Like a
Okay, I
couple
want to
weeks
set up
ago.
this story. When we heard about the charge in this case, a misdemeanor battery
Come on,
charge,
get to
we
the point.
wanted to see the video.
Video from this incident. Let's listen in on this
Skipping ahead.
conversation.
What's your problem? Right now you are, because you caused all this.
Tensions escalate.
Nothing. What is wrong with me is that, ma'am, sit down.
You need to leave me alone. That's what you.
No, I'm gonna stand right here
Okay.
because you're a
You
record.
guys need to watch this for yourself because it's a 3-minute clip and there's a lot of
Okay.
bleeps. But yeah, those
Yeah,
who
we
are
couldn't hear
watching probably heard it. But yeah, if you guys want to see the whole video, click the link in the description. Doug always puts all the links in there. That's cool. But yeah, he's chastising the guy for causing the accident. He's like, "You can't talk to me like that, fucking
Hey,
asshole."
wait, no, wait. Hey, why do I have no points? I got that first point.
Yeah, Doug.
You did?
What the fuck are you talking about? I got that first point. Todd didn't.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I had it right the first time. I thought it was the other way around. Okay. there
No,
we go.
I didn't have any points in that first one. Yeah.
Okay, I flipped
Yeah,
that in my
yeah.
mind. Like I said, we try to screw Brandon as much as possible.
I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, I get it.
Well, Brandon, next time you have to come up with some stories, man.
I was busy. I've had a fucking bad week. I
I got one now. I got
Okay.
another one here. Man arrested and jailed over license plate frame law confusion.
Oh man, that
wait, what?
So a man spent the night in jail after being pulled over and arrested because he had a license plate frame on his rental car.
what?
Yeah.
That's so. Okay, that's so stupid. I'm saying Florida.
Yeah, I think Brandon's right.
I'm gonna go with the same logic as the first one. That's so stupid. I'm gonna say Florida.
Is it illegal?
Todd?
Is it illegal to have like license plate frames in Florida?
I don't know. It sounds like something they would do.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'll tell you about this state when you're done answering.
I think it's Florida as well. Yeah.
Unless it
You're
says
both going
like,
Florida?
yeah, it just sounds to me like, I don't know.
Now, Brandon, to tie the game here, you need Todd to be wrong and you to be right. But there are two more stories after this.
I'm still gonna stick with my rule, my decision there. Todd, you can change it if you want to.
I think it is Florida.
Okay, you guys are both sticking with Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Florida man arrested and jailed over
Hell
license
yeah.
plate frame law confusion. So, Miami, according to WPLG in Miami, a man from South Florida spent the night in jail after being pulled over and arrested by Davis police over the license plate frame on his rental car. Following the arrest, Davis police apologized and released a statement. At the initial release of this updated law, the wording was vague, unclear, and appeared to be open for misinterpretation. Since the release of a memo of clarification from the Florida Police Chiefs Association was provided to our department, our officers are educated on the application and use of this statute. Unfortunately, it appears this arrest was invalid, and we extend our apologies to Mr. Dawson. That is police speak for, we done fucked up, and we're very sorry. Please don't
And-
sue us.
That's why I said Florida. I'm like, that sounds like a police brutality, and that's a red
Yeah.
thing. So I'm gonna say Florida.
Well, and this is also the type of thing we would only know in Florida because of their public records laws. Like, if this happened in another state, we wouldn't have this much information about it.
Good point. Good
Fair
point.
enough.
All right, so you each get a point for that. I get another 0. This is not going my way today. And Todd, your turn for another story.
Woman accused of killing 2 ex-husbands on separate shootings on the same day.
Killing 2 of her
I'm
own
sorry,
ex-husbands?
She killed 2 of her ex-husbands on the same day, 2 separate shootings. They weren't in the same place.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
So these are two. They're two different. So she had married them and divorced them at some time previous, at different times in her life.
I mean, it is. I mean,
this sounds like Texas, not Florida.
It's the same.
Why? Because of the guns?
Because of the shooting your exes.
Maybe the exes were her brother and her dad.
It's exes, not Texas. Anyhow,
it's Texas, not Alabama.
Same difference.
Yeah, Doug, I'm gonna let you choose first this time.
I'm going not Florida.
Then, for the sake of argument, I'm just gonna say Florida, just to make this interesting. That's my only reason.
All right.
It is, Todd.
All right, Bradenton, Florida.
Oh,
A Florida woman is accused of killing both of her ex-husbands in 2 separate shootings on the same day. According to Manatee County authorities, 48-year-old Susan Erica Avalon shot and killed her ex-husband in Manatee County on Wednesday afternoon and the other ex-husband in Tampa later that day. Detectives say Avalon used stolen food from Panera Bread as a trick to get the Manatee County man to open his front door. When this victim opened the door, the suspect started to fire immediately, a Manatee County Sheriff's Office spokesperson said. Authorities shared surveillance video showing Avalon walking into Panera Bread about 1.5 miles from the scene. Investigators said she took food from the delivery pickup shelf without paying, then headed to the victim's home.
That is a free food shelf. I mean, I don't know why that doesn't happen more often.
Right? But probably because it's Panera Bread. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, Panera,
It's okay. It's not something I go out of my way to eat.
I haven't ate there in years, honestly. I want to say something about it, but I'm like, I really haven't been there in literally probably almost a decade.
We used to order their catering for work once a month. And it's fine. It's fine.
Their sandwiches always taste like something you get at the
airport.
No, like the school
cafeteria.
Cafeteria. Thank
Same
you.
Thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's cafeteria food is what it tastes like.
Yeah.
All
Ouch.
right.
Leg.
Like nobody wants.
So we got one story to go.
Nobody wants to eat it, but it's there if you're hungry.
Yeah. I mean, I liked them okay. I liked them a little bit better than that, but they could go really bad too.
Okay. So what's the last story?
Okay. So last story. So here's where things stand heading into the final story. I am in the game at one point. Todd right now is leading the way with 4, and Brandon's right behind him with 3. So Brandon, you got to get this right, and you need Todd to get it wrong in order to force a tie here. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a tiebreaker, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Punky Muffin on YouTube says apparently Panera in Florida is good enough to lure a man to his death.
The Sirens of Panera in Florida. That's a canceled Jimmy Buffett song. All right, here we are. Final headline.
Yep.
I will not be able to read the story, but here's a final headline. Armed with a wetsuit and an axe, blank rowers clear flood debris.
That is not Florida.
Brandon?
I've seen this article, actually.
I'm going to say not Florida as well there.
And you are both right. That is a story about Renton, Washington, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. I knew it. I saw that yesterday.
I was going to say Florida until I heard you say you knew this story, and I'm like, nope.
And so, in a nail-biter, Todd takes it down 5-4. Todd wins again. And that's all we have for you this week, folks. Thanks for joining us. If you're a first-time listener, please leave a like, leave a comment on whatever format you're listening. We'd love a review if you're on podcasts, or if you can go find us on your podcast, whatever you use to listen to podcasts, go find us there and leave a 5-star review. That would be awesome for us. Hasn't happened in a while. Back when we were getting those, we showed up on the podcast top lists. We were ahead of the.
We still get them on that one platform, but I think it's just I think it's designed in such a way that we will promote their website because they're putting us in a top 10 or top 5 or whatever. I was like, I started getting. I don't actively use that app or that website, so I don't know. But it seems like that's what they were doing. They're trying to get people to go to their platform.
Fair enough. Well, I'll fall for it every time. They want to. They want to put me up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, any last words, guys?
Well, because we're not going to see or hear anybody until after the new year, I think, right? Or no.
Yeah, I think we'll take a break next week.
Yeah.
With everything going on with the holidays and whatnot.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good idea. We're going to be taking a break next week. So next Monday we are not going to be. I'll post an old episode. I'll find one.
Yeah, re-upload something that you liked.
Yeah. And then so we will be seeing everybody after the new year, because 4 days from today is Christmas.
It's almost here, man. This year has gone so fast. Like in some ways, it's been like I can't believe this Trump era hasn't been a decade, but it has been.
Oh, dude, it's kind of like the pandemic, man. That was easily the longest 10 years I've ever had in my life, even though it was only 2. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year. We'll be back in 2026.
Happy Hanukkah too, and all the other ones as well.
Whatever you celebrate or nothing at all.
Merry Yule.
Just hope you have a happy time.
Yes. Bye. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to say.